What's going on, sliders? It's another beautiful day with the Grand Coupe. Today we're doing little changes to the mirror cap lighting. As you can see, we have just a regular reflective turn flashers, and here I have a tinted LED sequential flasher. So instead of the turn signals just flashing when you hit the turn signals, they would be sequential, so you would see the light traveling from one side to the other, whichever direction that it is that you are going to turn. I will say right now, this is a little tricky to put on, only because you have to remove the glass, and the glass is a bit of a fighter, so it's gonna give you a little fight. I just did not even use a flathead or a special tool. I just had like a little plastic bin divider that I had laying around, because you just want to have as much leverage and cover as much surface area as you can on that glass, because if I were to just stick a flathead here, I would crack the glass in this area. So whenever you go to do this, just make sure you have something that's nice and wide that you can kind of pry on the mirror while also sticking in your fingers in there and popping off that glass. So it is a little tricky, I'm not gonna lie. It took me about like 5 minutes to find the right tool, because I was very skeptical of which tool to use, because I did not want to break my mirror. So once you put that tool in there, I did it from the bottom. You just want to pry it, and then eventually it will just pop out. So once it pops out, you might notice that it's still stuck on top. Just stick your fingers under there and give it a little wiggle, and the glass should come off. So as you can see, the glass is just held on with clips on here, so it's gonna give you a little bit of resistance. So once you got this glass off, you're gonna want to remove this mirror cap. This was much easier to do. It just simply held on by 1, 2, 3 clips. I got it off right now, but as you can see here, all you got to do is kind of pinch them together, work your way from one side to the other while prying out on the cover from out here. With your hands in here, just pinch those little clips closed, and then it should pop right off. Real simple. If you guys want to have better access to this, I suggest you just don't be scared. This is what it's meant to do in case someone just hits you on accident. Just push the mirror back, and it will travel as far as it can, and then you'll have better access to this glass. I'm just letting it hang there. I'm pretty confident in those 2 connectors holding it. But to get this off, you are going to need to, I believe you have to undo these screws here. I'm about to break those loose, and I'll let you know in a second what exactly it is that we have to release here. All right guys, so you're gonna need a T10 Torx bit, and you're gonna remove 1, 2, and 3 screws. After you've done that, make sure you don't lose these screws, and make sure you put them back properly so you don't cross thread anything. So after you've gotten those loose, I just gave it a little wiggle. Feels like I still have a little bit of resistance back there, so just be careful. Don't pry, just wiggle. Don't pry, just wiggle. And then just like that, you're out. Once you got that out, so let me just push in on this a little bit. Boom. So just push in on it. Make sure you don't break anything. We do not want to run to BMW to get charged to arm and a leg for a piece of plastic. All right guys, so just like that, you've got this all disassembled and ready to plug in the new one. Clip seems pretty straightforward. You're probably just gonna have to pry up on that a little bit and pull it out. All right guys, got the new one plugged in, nice and smooth. Going to start reassembling everything the same way that we took it off. Bottom piece went in nice and smooth. Just had to shimmy it back into position. Make sure when you're putting it on here, you put this part inside of here so it's supposed to overlap, so that way you don't have anything out of line. When you see that the holes are lined up perfectly, you know that you put it on right. As well with this piece, it's supposed to be nice and flush here. So make sure you look at your holes and make sure they're lined up nice and perfect, so that way you know you put it on right. Let's do it. Okay guys, so once you've put this cover back on, which is pretty easy, you just put it into place and pop it in. Make sure the tabs are all the way in, the glass as well. Just pop it back into place. Apply firm pressure all the way around. Nothing crazy so you don't break it as soon as you're done. And voila. Car's looking pretty dope. Definitely gives it a more sportier look. I'm loving it. Just like that guys, get a nice smooth turn signal, and even though we don't use them, still cool when we do. If you guys enjoyed this video or found it helpful, please like and subscribe, share. Thanks for watching. Stay sliding, stay safe. Peace.